From your medical background, unfortunately, President Biden had a cancerous lesion removed from the president's chest last month. The doctor said that this is a common form. The lesion tested positive for carcinoma, but he's okay. But I wonder about the conversation about his capacity. You have been talking about the president's cognitive abilities being a national security risk. Tell us more.
Congressman Ronny Jackson, Republican Texas, slammed Joe Biden during a Sunday appearance on Fox News, calling Biden a cancer that needs to be removed. When host Maria Bartiromo asked Ronny Jackson about a cancerous lesion Biden had removed last month, Jackson replied, "Well, look, Maria, I will start by saying that Biden is the cancer. He's what needs to be removed, not the lesion they found. But this is just another effort from his physician and from his medical team to distract," Jackson replied.
Well, look, Maria, I'll start by saying that Biden is the cancer. You know, he's what needs to be removed, not the lesion they found. But this is just another effort from his physician and from his medical team to distract. They're going to talk about this. They gave us a bunch of useless information about his cholesterol and the stuff that no one cares about. All we care about in this country with regards to President Biden, 80 years old, who's got some obvious cognitive issues, is a cognitive assessment of some sort. We want something on the record to prove to us that he's cognitively capable of doing this job. And it's almost a moot point at this stage, because we all know he's not. And the worrisome thing, Maria, is that our adversaries and our allies overseas know that as well. I was at the Munich Security Summit a couple of weeks ago, and I was astonished that I heard people from other countries mocking him and making fun of him. We are literally a laughing stock of the rest of the world right now, and this is a dangerous time for us to not have influence and respect overseas and not have a strong commander-in-chief and head of state. We've got powder kegs all over the place. We got the Russia-Ukraine thing going on. We got China, Taiwan. We have North Korea. We have Iran. There's a lot of big issues that could potentially drag us into some big conflicts, even a world war, and this is the man that's leading, or failing to lead. But it's a dangerous situation. It's a big national security risk. You have to have somebody that's in this role that's 100%, and there's no way this man's even close to 100%. We'll be lucky if this man's 50% right now of his cognitive ability that he needs to have to be our commander-in-chief. And so I think that the Democrats made a big mistake making him their nominee, and unfortunately, now he's our president, and we're having to deal with it.
Jackson, the White House doctor for 3 U.S. presidents, has been harshly critical of Joe Biden ever since he took office. Jackson commented on his cognitive abilities earlier this week, tweeting, "I've seen firsthand world leaders laugh at and mock Biden's cognitive abilities. It's become a national security threat to have this man in charge of our country. He has no idea what is going on. America is being humiliated."
Well, obviously, we wish President Biden only the best as it relates to this cancer lesion that was removed. We all feel that way and pray for his health. But what you're talking about is something different. What you're talking about are the cognitive abilities that have been questioned because of all of the gaffes. And you are just back from the Munich Security Conference as well. Did you feel a sentiment around our friends across the world about this issue?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I don't think that they really think that Biden's in charge. I mean, that's a common thing you hear, is who's really running your government. It's obviously not Biden. They don't think that he's really pulling the strings. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think he is either. I think there are people within the West Wing, like Susan Rice and others, that are really making the decisions behind the scenes. He's just a puppet at this point. And you're right. I'm worried about. I'm not criticizing him. He's old. I mean, he's 80 years old. There may have been a period of time, 20 years ago when he was cognitively fit to hold this office, but that time has passed. That window of opportunity for him to be our commander-in-chief closed some time ago, and he's not fit right now cognitively to do the job that he's being asked to do. And unfortunately, there are certain people that are in the West Wing, Joe Biden and Susan Rice and his chief of staff and all these other people, that their job and their role in the White House depends on him being there. And so he's being pushed to run again, and I just think it's a bad decision.
Yeah, look, we wanted to talk to you about this. You're a medical doctor, Dr. Ronny Jackson. Thank you, Congressman.